Hey guys, what's up, everybody? Packsat Gaming here. So normally we do Xbox and PlayStation, but I decided to get on the Pokemon Go bandwagon. So I downloaded this screen recorder for my phone, which is pretty cool. And so this is everything that's happening on my phone at this point in time. Duh, because it looks like my phone screen. So we're playing Pokemon Go. Someone told me about this app, so I went ahead and downloaded it just for shits and giggles to see what the deal was, dude. And I'm doing so good on this thing already. I don't want any of those potions or whatever, so normally I just like discard those because when my bag gets full from the Pokestops, I want to make sure I got all the Pokeballs. I keep like those the mega potions just because, just in case I get into like a bind or something and someone wants to fight me. But other than that, oh, I got an egg, sweet. But other than that, yeah, I mean, look at this. So there's like a nearby or just a sightings. I prefer the nearby because obviously you can see where they're at and you can put a locator on them, which is pretty nifty. So I'll just walk my ass over here and pick up this Magnemite real quick. But I don't need him, so we're just going to throw him back into the pond. But someone's dropped a lure right here, and so this is pretty cool. My Clefairy is my buddy, and there's different, there's like a variety of lengths of kilometers you have to go for certain buddies, which is interesting. I didn't know until I decided I was going to like have Pikachu be my buddy and, you know, collect some candies, and he's only 1 kilometer, and a lot of them are 3. But dude, look at this! I got Charizard. That's pretty cool. I almost got a Venusaur. It's coming up pretty quickly. But yeah, so I've had this app for like 30 minutes now, and look at all the Pokemons I got. It's pretty spectacular. I'll show you here. Look at my Pokédex. This is kind of a sore subject, the Blastoise, because Danielle actually saw this and caught it at the same time I did. And it ran away from me because I ran out of Pokeballs. And she's like right in my face bothering me about it now. But, so like, yeah, dude, look at all this, man. It's so good. So I'm going to get the Clefable as soon as I evolve this dude. And then I'll be at like, what, like 136 or something out of the total amount. So that's pretty good, man. Check me out. So in general, like, that's the goal for me. I'm catching every Pokemon possible. I don't do a whole lot of battling. I don't know what else is there to do. Battle. I mean, so this one's kind of spectacular as well. I'm pretty proud of this one. I was just going around catching all the Pidgeys I could, and turns out there was a Pidgey outside of the target that I was at that I didn't even need to be at that day, but I decided to drive 25 minutes out of the way to go to this target, and there was a Pidgey there, and it was a Ditto. These dudes, pretty sweet, right? But, I mean, I did that today, because I've only had the app for 30 minutes. But yeah, other than that, like, take full advantage of these holiday events, man. It's so awesome. All the perks and benefits that you get from all of this stuff, it's really cool. But like I was saying, in general, I don't battle. I go around collecting Pokestops, and I collect as many Pokeballs as I can, so there's never a shortage of Pokeballs, and I make sure that I'm trying to collect as many of the Pokemon as possible so that I can get an increase in the Stardust and the candies for those Pokemon. So that's kind of my strategy with the whole thing, is collecting as many as possible so I can get all the Stardust, so I can level up the Pokemon that I have, and for candy purposes, so I can evolve the Pokemon, so I can evolve this Meowth right here. I'll do that later though, whatever. But yeah, in general, so like you can evolve them and everything, and you can increase the level of your actual character, your trainer. I'm going to go ahead and just increase this dude because I want to get him up there a little bit. But in general, I don't really care about the CP too much because I'm looking at catching all of them. You got to catch them all, right? As opposed to posting them up in gyms. So as you can see, for the most part, I only have one of each, with the exception of all of these Pikachus. I decided I was just hang on to all these holiday Pikachus for no reason, and I evolved one of them into a Raichu, which is pretty cool. But yeah, with the exception of a Jinx and maybe a couple other ones up there, I usually just hang on to one of each. Pretty proud of that. Gyarados, whatever, however you say it. But this dude right here, man, so they're not on the nearby or the sighting. This dude just popped up out of nowhere. So as I guess as just kind of a standard strategy, make sure you just always have the app open. Like if you're going around, make sure your phone is charged and you're going around, just open the app. Who cares, man? Because I found my Charizard outside of a hospital. Coincidentally enough, I was driving back home from the hospital and opened up the app, and there was a fucking Charizard right there, man, right outside a hospital. It was like everybody's getting sick and hurt and stuff, but Charizard's there, you know. So there's a plus. Clefairy found a candy, man. Working on up to that Clefable. I'm almost there. So check this out, Bulbasaur. This is what I use the not the sightings, the nearby for, so I can post them up on the Pokestops that they're actually at. And I'm gonna walk my happy ass over there. I got an egg. Oh, this is awesome. So I'm just walking around, and this little Cleffa thing pops up. It's like the pre-evolution to a Clefairy. But turns out it's like 173 on the Pokédex, and now I have all of these other Pokemon sitting there in between the last one I have, which is like the last one I saw, which was the Dragonair. And then all the way down at the bottom, I have this Cleffa thing. Look at all that shit, man. I gotta catch all those again? Like, not again, but like, now I have to close that gap. My gap was like, I needed 10 more. Now I need like 30 more. It's ridiculous, dude. But I'm addicted to this app. I play it all the time. I mean, for the 30 minutes that I've had it. Sometimes you gotta just hang out here, though, man. Like, when you see the nearbys, you gotta hang out at the Pokestop. It does take a little bit of time, but this Bulbasaur will pop up in a second. I'm almost at the Venusaur. I got like 80. After this dude, it'll be like 85 candies. So, yeah, man, I am super addicted to this app. I play it all the time. Fuck. I keep running into that that wall, don't I? So, yeah, I caught a Bulbasaur. Pretty sweet. But, yeah, in general, I'm all about leveling up my trainer so that I can increase the CP if I want to of the Pokemon that I have. But in general, collecting each individual Pokemon, evolving them up to the highest evolution so that I can get, you know, the original 151. I know some of them aren't out yet, but that's my goal, is to get the 151 and get my trainer level as high as possible. What I've noticed a good strategy for this is, you saw all those eggs I had. Incubate all of them at one time, and you have a better chance. Don't worry about these gifts, man. No one cares about the lures. The lures only attract shitty Pokemon anyways. The only good thing out of that is probably the lucky egg, but that's not worth all that money anyways. The in-app purchases for Pokemon are ridiculous, dude. The only thing you really are going to ever need from the in-app purchases are the lucky eggs, maybe, and the incubators. I'm definitely sure the rest of it you could do without. Maybe the Pokeballs, but you can go to all the Pokestops you need to collect the Pokeballs. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend money on here, I'd spend the $9.99 and get as many. It gives you 1,200 Pokecoins. You can get as many incubators as possible. That gives you what, like, they're what, 150 a piece? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 8 incubators, and you have the 1, so it gives you a total. You can incubate all 9 eggs at one time if you wanted to. I would totally, like, that's my opinion. That's my advice. You can incubate all the eggs at one time, and it gives you, you know, a better chance of hatching something rare, possibly. Or you could just get super duper lucky like me and hatch a 2-kilometer egg and get a Cleffa, whatever. But yeah, so catching them all, man, and increasing my trainer level, that's what I'm all about, dude. So I'm over here just walking around downtown, all these Pokestops and gyms everywhere. Everybody yelling at me to get the fuck out of the way and look up for my phone. But I don't care, dude, because I'm catching this Squirtle. So that's all I'm worried about. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to PAKSAG Gaming. Let me know where you're at with your Pokédex. My battery's dying. And we will catch you guys next time. Subscribe.